Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Bigger Than Race. You know who this is? This is your boy, Brando, and I'm back with another video. Now, guys, what you heard already in the part one version is going to continue over here in the part two. And right now, we're going to dive into it. But remember, there are illusions out there in the world, and people will tell you, look over here. Don't look over there. Look at my face. Listen to everything that I'm saying. I'm telling you the truth over here. Don't look over there. What's over there? What you're hearing about IBM, Worldwire, and everything, the wonderful things that Stellar XLM, don't worry about that. That's not important. Focus on this XRP, this Ripple, because they don't want you to know the truth. I hold both, just in case they try to do some funny stuff. But I know that they want you out. And I know that they place people to cause you to miss out on opportunities because you would think they are experts. They call themselves experts. And because of that expert title, you would perfectly listen to the expert, and the expert will lead you astray to where you will not benefit financially. You will miss out on this opportunity that you have been sacrificing for so long. Anyways, we're right here on stronghold.co. This is a modern approach to payments, infrastructure for virtual payment networks. This is IBM partner collaborator. Innovative companies trust Stronghold, IBM Coil, which we know is a Ripple partner, Garden of Eden, Prime Trust, Trees. Stronghold's developer-focused technology, built with modern payments. Let's come over here and click virtual payment networks. Modern and interoperable payment networks, virtual payment networks, payment infrastructure for business, institutions, and governments. Governance, create a virtual payment network that fits your operational needs. Set the rules by which the payment network functions. Network participants, multi-party access, KYC protocols, and controls ensures participants are known at all times. Interoperability, traditional payment rails and modern payment infrastructure work seamlessly through our developer-friendly APIs. Regulatory technology, custom asset issuance, visibility, and tracking. Here we have a gentleman over at Worldwire, Jesse Lund, using Worldwire, which is partnered with Stellar and uses the Stellar cryptocurrency, XLM. Participants can discover each other's capabilities, negotiate FX rates, and transfer value in real time. This reduces the need for intermediaries and long durations for clearing and settlements, which ultimately can get money into consumers' hands faster and more cost effectively. Are you a network participant of IBM Worldwire? If you are a network participant on the IBM Worldwire real-time payments network, learn more about our instant settlement solution, Stronghold USD. What we're seeing here, guys, is the infrastructure being laid out, the ecosystem. And Stellar is the major part within that ecosystem. Jed created both Ripple and XRP and Stellar. And he knew that both were needed. But he knew Stellar was the one to hold more weight and dominance within the space. There's levels to this. It's just like you can go to the IHOP and get some pancakes. Then you can go to Denny's and get some pancakes. Or you can go to the traditional, original pancake house. And the pancakes there are on a whole nother level. And that's the same level Stellar is on. XRP ain't on the original pancake house quality. XRP is some IHOP Denny's type pancakes. Look at you, some of you mad right now. You're mad, but who cares? On to the next. German bank to issue Euro-peg stablecoin, tokenized securities using Stellar blockchain. Wow! German blockchain startup Bitbon has partnered with Bank Havas van der Heidt, which is connected and using Stellar blockchain, one of the longest running banks in Europe, to help the bank provide asset structuring and asset servicing using blockchain technology, Crowdfund Insider reported. In an online post, the bank revealed that it first partnered with Bitbon last year and created the technical structure for its own crypto custody business. It has already successfully completed the first custody transactions. As of January 1st, 2020, the crypto custody business has been incorporated into the German Bank Act. As a separate financial service, with this crypto custody, providers are required to receive permission from the German Federal Financial Supervisory Authority (BaFin) to offer the custody of crypto values to German investors. As part of the grandfathering advertised by BaFin, the Von Hayek Group now has a preliminary license under the new, significantly more demanding legislation and hopes to be one of the first banks to offer its customers legally compliant custody of crypto values in Germany in 2020. See, so yeah, basically we're going to stop there because you can actually, let's read this real quick. We are therefore very pleased that asset tokenization is now ready for the market from a regulatory and technological perspective, and hope that as one of the first providers of digital asset custody solutions in the market, we will gain a decisive strategic advantage over large and less agile universal banks, he said. In a press release, the bank said that the combination of securitization, stablecoins, and crypto storage service will allow it to offer the largest part of the value chain for the issuance of securitizations and bonds from a single source. Customers benefit from faster and more transparent processes and from the security that a fully regular bank offers. Come on, guys. We're going to continue. Stellar wants to be the chosen platform for a digital dollar. Stellar has achieved some big milestones in the last 5 years, but it has lofty goals for the next half a decade. Today, the Stellar Development Foundation shared its lofty goal to become the next global payment standard. How it will get there, however, depends on whether governments choose to harness Stellar's permissionless network for central bank digital currencies (CBDCs). Since the talk, the price of Stellar has shot up 11%, beating the rest of the market. Speaking during Consensus, Distributed Stellar CEO Danielle Dixon, who was meeting with the White House, kicked proceedings off with an applicable nod to the current financial crisis. The existing financial infrastructure is outdated, operating on models that have been unchanged for decades, said Dixon. In the context of this pandemic, just look at how many people have waited weeks for paper stimulus checks. This, she suggests, is forcing policymakers, governments, and central banks alike to recognize the need for innovation, as well as equitable access to the financial system. In response, Stellar has been examining how to implement CBDCs. Remember, Stellar has started this from the beginning. CBDCs was exactly the type of digital money Stellar was designed for, connecting today's real-world financial infrastructure with the digital blockchain world, Dixon explained. When asked what this new normal might bring for Stellar, Dixon responded that it would likely create a huge opportunity, with blockchain becoming the arbiter of innovation. Talks inevitably turned to Facebook's Libra, a project that has had to drastically change direction from initial conception due to regulatory pressure. With Stellar attempting to achieve a similar goal, will regulation become a hindrance? The network's layer is very much like the internet. It shouldn't be regulated, explains Dixon. Stellar itself is the layer that everyone can build on top of. So I don't see regulation with respect to that. So what are we talking about here, Crypto Eddie? No digital dollar on Stellar yet. As for whether a government would opt to create a digital dollar on private sector initiatives such as Stellar or Libra, Stellar's founder Jed McCaleb remained tactful. We've talked to a few governments around the world about CBDCs. I still think it's pretty early for that, and especially early for them to issue these things on a blockchain. Most governments, when they get into the nuts and bolts of it, they want to control it, says Michaela. So I still think the whole CBD story is far away. McCaleb ran through several technical upgrades to the Stellar ecosystem, rattling off the stats. McCaleb highlighted that since the network started in 2015, it has conducted over a billion operations, issued 7,000 assets, and onboarded 121 validators. This is the stuff they don't tell you. You're not going to hear all this stuff. Remember, it's the things that are not said that you have to pay attention to. Why do these influencers don't want you to look at Stellar? Why do they not show you this info? That's the standpoint I want you to understand where I'm coming from. Why do they not tell you this stuff? And why do they allude to Stellar being subpar? Stellar's next milestone is the Protocol 13 and Horizon 1.0 upgrades expected to be voted on by validators in early June. Okay, we can stop here. Now, we're going to go to another article. Nigeria, evolution of digital currency and future of naira. The 21st century has witnessed a major rise in digital tech, as life and living are integrated and made easier by the evolving tech. The economic system was not left out as innovative features continued to be released, which resulted in birth of Bitcoin in 2008. Let's go here. Would governments around the world begin to make their currency deflationary in order to make it attractive? Will they ban cryptocurrencies outright? No, this is not what I want to talk about. I mean, it's on the same topic, but here it is here. Nigeria, which is the NADA, which is also building and running on the Stellar protocol. For today's post, I did a comprehensive review of Stellar. Stellar is an open source, distributed, and public owned blockchain network that enables asset transfers at a low cost. This network enables everyday people to send money anywhere, affordably and quickly. Its goal is to harness the power of the modern digital economy and foster an unhindered flow of value around the globe. As you are reading this post, a legion of developers, enterprises, and users already share this vision. Who knows, by the time you are done reading, you may be compelled to join in. There's only one way to find out. And then they go into the review of Stellar, talk to you about Stellar, the implication. Okay, actually, this is what I mean. Say you have the Nigerian Nada and you want to do some transactions on the Stellar network. Stellar helps you create a digital representation of your money. You can call it Naira token. With that, you can now announce to the world that whoever deposits a Nigerian Naira with you will receive one of your new tokens. And when your buyer returns the Naira token to you for another transaction, you will be able to redeem it for the regular Naira in that deposit account. That way, you have set up a one-to-one relationship between your digital token and a traditional Naira. It then follows that every one of your tokens out in the world is backed by an equivalent deposit, such that people in possession of the tokens can treat them as traditional money, knowing that they're exchangeable for traditional money in the end. Seems like the same thing that uh, David Schwartz was breaking down in that whole CBDC thing. I believe they're talking about Stellar because what they're saying is it's all together. They're all working in conjunction for the same goal. That's why the same person created them. But they want you to think that there's one that's better than them all, which is XRP, and they don't want you to focus on the real thing, which is the Lumen. The implication: no matter how the token moves through the economy, the underlying fiat never leaves the bank account where it was deposited. So, someone in Morocco can buy a car using the tokens he loaned from someone in Nigeria. Also, the bank does not need to settle the purchase or approve the loan. This is how borderless the Stellar network can make money. Secondly, it also implies that people all over the world can own, buy, and sell the value of fiat without themselves having a bank account. How the Stellar network functions. Basically, the Stellar network tracks ownership of assets using a ledger. It has a network of independent computers that checks and rechecks the work of the others. And though there is no central authority, this network of computers, called nodes, verify and update the ledger every 5 seconds. This is possible because of the network's unique algorithm called the SCP, Stellar Consensus Protocol, which keeps everything in sync. SCP does for the Stellar network what proof of work does for the Bitcoin blockchain. But then SCP is faster and more energy efficient. That is why transactions on the Stellar network are approved in an instant, unlike what happens in Bitcoin, where a transaction can be delayed for close to 45 minutes before it is approved. Back to the Stellar Ledger blockchain. The ledger records two important information for each user: what they own, 100 naira tokens or 5,000 lumens; what they want to do with what they want to do with what they own, sell 10 naira tokens for 50 lumens or send $100 tokens to so account. Impressively, these informations are broadcast to the network and resolved every 5 seconds. Lumen's XLM, the Stellar Network Token. Lumen is the native asset of the Stellar Network. It uses the ticker symbol XLM. At the time of the network's launch, there were 100 billion lumens available. Unlike what you would see in other blockchains, lumens are not mined or awarded by the protocol over time, but we know they burn that. Presently, there are 50 billion lumens in existence, as there are no plans for the creation of more lumens. That's not all. SDF uses these lumens to expand and promote the Stellar network. So presently there are 50 billion lumens. Out of these 50 billion, 20 billion are in circulation, while the Stellar Development Foundation, SDF, maintains ownership of the remaining 30 billion lumens. That's not all. SDF uses these lumens to expand and promote the Stellar network. It achieves this by distributing the lumens in different buckets. And this is how they distribute them. This is the exchange, Interstellar, and it just shows you the other exchanges. Now, this is Coldwire Exchange. Connect your bank to the blockchain. This is a Nigerian company. Okay? Instant conversion between fiat and crypto via bank transfer. Available 24 hours, 7 days every week. Fund any crypto wallet directly from your bank account. Works with other crypto exchanges like Binance. Decentralized platform, stable digital currency, secure exchange backed by fiat. Here's what this looks like. And here you can see some natives to Nigeria. Tokenized introduction NGNT, an asset-backed digital token issued by Coldwire Exchange and pegged to the Nigerian naira, built on Stellar blockchain tech and integrated into the electronic banking system. Enables seamless conversion between fiat and crypto. Powered by Stellar. This is how it works. User to bank, NGN, ATM cardless, boom boom, wallet, exchange, wallet. And these are all of the gentlemen that are running this. Incorporated in the UK and Nigeria, Coldwire Integrated Systems is a fintech company that provides value-added services over electronic payment networks. Come on, gentlemen, ladies, what are we talking about here? Now, a deep dive into Ripple and Stellar digital currencies and their applicability for online payments across Africa. Whilst we are not there yet in terms of digital payment adoptions for use in online payments and e-commerce payments across Africa, at African Payment Solutions, We have been doing research and report on the highlights of our study on leading cross-border digital currencies, Stellar and Ripple, in terms of their applicability to the world of online payments. So, for those who are interested in Ripple and Stellar digital currency protocols, here is an initial introduction to them. Ripple versus Stellar. Abstract: the global payments arena is growing at a record pace, forecasted to become a $2 trillion industry by 2020. Most cross-border payments use the SWIFT protocol for payment routing. This process has three main points for network users: speed, cost, and transparency. While there are many blockchain solutions being created to mitigate these issues, we compare the solutions presented by Ripple XRP and Stellar's XLM. Both projects are similar in their mission to create a frictionless payment system, but there are notable differences in the following areas: philosophy and mission, consensus mechanism, social sentiment, compliance and KYC AML token supply and inflation, founders, key partnerships, and initial capital/financial stability. The story of Ripple and Stellar predates the launch of Bitcoin. Ripple was originally developed in 2004 to create a decentralized monetary system. Jed McCaleb joined the team in 2012. After some conflict with the Ripple leadership, Mr. McCaleb originally created Stellar from a fork of Ripple code. This was subsequently overhauled to become today's Stellar Lumen. With common technological roots and philosophical differences, Ripple and Stellar present a great opportunity to examine how philosophy affects technology. We acknowledge that both projects are dynamic leaders in the blockchain space. For a general overview on the projects, please visit ripplestellar.org. Okay, final thoughts. Examining the history and growth of these projects also enhance our understanding of why different blockchains and ecosystems are needed. Each project's code base dictates a set of rules by which that community will abide. These rules are the basis of culture that is adopted by its participants. We do not live in a one-size-fits-all world, and that is reflected in the variety of blockchain projects and protocols that are being developed. The origin of the Stellar blockchain as a result of philosophical differences between Jed McCaleb and Ripple leadership. Chris Larsen demonstrates how disagreements can prove to be very useful. If necessity is the mother of invention, discontent may be the mother of innovation. While McCaleb's legal battle with Ripple continues, both blockchains are evolving with success. As stated in the beginning, our aim in examining these projects was to compare them in regards to the ability to perform cross-border payments. While we believe that the Stellar blockchain will have success in the field of payments, especially direct to consumers, our team conclude that the family of Ripple services would gain a much greater market share. Though both projects have overlapping technological architecture and similar supply, the built-in compliance mechanism and vast number of Ripple partnerships cannot be ignored. Our prediction is that Stellar will achieve more success in the area of creating collateralized assets through its built-in Anchor protocol system, and Ripple will be the clear leader in institutional cross-border payments. Thanks to my co-researchers Lisa and Patrice for their work. Okay, so they're saying they're both going to be successful. Um, so that's that. But it also says, and I think they're both going to be successful. But me personally, I think Stellar will be more successful. Uh, and that's just my prediction and my belief. I hold both. But this just answers and combats everything that Crypto Eddie said. She said that she doesn't see then that anybody is pushing the use of XLM, the token. I showed you in two parts that this token, this protocol is being used. And it goes deeper. So what are we talking about here? I'm just trying to figure out. And all I'm doing is just trying to show you guys the truth to our research and why we have to question the other side of the coin that they don't want you to know about. They want you out. I want you to know the truth. The question is, what do you want? Do you want hopium or do you want the truth? Ladies and gentlemen, if you want more deep dives, join the Patreon. The link is in the description. I will link some of these articles in the description. You know who this is. This is your boy. Thank you. Subscribers, community, bigger than race. Investigate truth on your own terms.